Merry Christmas, everyone, and I can't wait to come down your chimney later tonight. Still working the Santa job for the season. I get a break, and you know what happens when I get breaks? I like to do reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 1984 classic Gremlins. This movie was directed by Dante, who a few years before this did Piranha and The Howling. This was executive produced by Steven Spielberg. You can see has his 80s Spielberg touch all over this film too. The movie starts out with this dad who's this traveling salesman who sells weird inventions that you buy and then they end up breaking 2 weeks later. I love the character. He's in the shop, he's looking around, and he sees this little character and he's like, what's this? I want to buy that. The owner's like, no, it's not for sale. It takes great responsibility. The family store is really hurting for cash. So the son ends up going outside, taking Gizmo, and it's like, hey, I'll sell this for 2 years. But there's 3 rules. These 3 rules are crucial and they are important. 1, these things hate bright lights. Sunlight can kill them. 2, never get them wet. And 3, whatever you do not feed them after midnight. You'd think these are easy rules, but they're not. Dad brings Gizmo home. He gives it to his son, Billy. Billy's like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest gift. Actually, I went to the store a few weeks ago and I picked up Gizmo. He's back in the offices back there. I'll bring him out later. He's so freaking cute. You'll love him, trust me. Anyways, Billy's working this office job. We introduced to the girl that works with him, Phoebe Cates. Any guy who grew up in the 80s remembers Phoebe Cates. You know, he lives a good life. I mean, he's not the coolest guy, but he's doing okay. Anyways, he goes back home and he shows Corey Feldman. He shows him Gizmo. Of course, some water spills on Gizmo, and then he multiplies like crazy. Of course, don't feed him after midnight, but these mogwais switch the time, trick Billy. Billy feeds them after midnight, and then they go into the cocoon state, and then, you know, we got our gremlins. The practical effects in this movie are amazing. It's no CGI stuff and it looks gorgeous. Like, I just love seeing puppets and they look great. So of course now the gremlins have to escape and you know, they're menacing, they're scary. And one of the scariest scenes in this movie is actually when Billy's mom has to take on these gremlins in her house. And this is a very intense scene and we all remember the microwave scene. Ooh, Billy's looking for the gremlins and he finds Stripe. Of course, Stripe falls in the pool and then multiplies even more gremlins, and then the gremlins truly now roam free and wreak havoc on the town. But there's so many fun moments along the way. I love the movie theater scene where they're watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and they start singing the song together. One of my favorite parts is one of the most awkward, weird scenes, but I love it, where Phoebe Cates' character talks about why she hates Christmas and talks about how her dad on Christmas Eve disappeared, but he had dressed as a Santa, kind of like me, and then went in a chimney and ended up getting stuck and dying, and then she turned on the fireplace one morning when it was getting a little cold. This story is incredible. It seems so out of left field, but at the same point, I love it. And it is actually a movie that happens during the holiday season. So I thought, why not, while I'm working my virtual Santa job, watch Gremlins. I really love the end climax. And Stripe is on the loose and he's taking on Billy, but he's actually like scary. And the best scene in the movie for me is when Gizmo is driving the car. This movie is truly incredible to me. I used to watch it all the time as a kid, and watching it now still holds up today. I would give Gremlins 5 out of 5 Gizmo and Barbie cars. It's that good. Anyway, subscribe and like the channel and review, dude, but you gotta see this. So let me start from the beginning. So I was eating a turkey sandwich, right? And I had this glass of water and I tripped and I spilled some on Gizmo. You got him wet? I got him wet. And he starts going crazy. He starts flipping out and all these like multiple more Gizmos come out. It was crazy, man. I was tripping. And then, I kind of put them in a corner. I kind of like, hey guys, are you all chill here? And then I was eating my turkey sandwich, right? And then I gave them some, right? Please tell me you didn't feed them after midnight. Yeah, I fed them. They were hungry, you know, they needed food. It's bad. It was like 12:30 a.m. or something when I fed them. Don't worry about that part. Anyways, then they went in this like cocoon state. It was crazy. But now they're starting to wake up from the cocoon state. And I know you're doing this review thing. I just wanted to tell you. Oh my God. Why, what's wrong? Mr. Saltine, do you still have that gun closet? Follow me, guys. All right, Mr. Strong, do you have any experience with guns? You know, ladies always say I got the big guns. All right, you get the flashlight then. Mr. Saltine, what about you? Do you have experience with weapons?
Yes. I used to be a bodyguard for Jason Momoa, Bill Gates, and Britney Spears.
All right, then you take the knives.
I know my way around knives and weapons.
I'll take the gun. Let's go, guys. All right, guys, be ready. I hear them.
I got a big flashlight. I got a flashlight. Get away. Get away. Oh no.
Place is gonna explode. We gotta go now. I see Gizmo.
Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. You go. You go now.
Okay. Henry? Gizmo. Looks like we're out of a job.
You know, Charlie and Emilio are hiring garbage men in Southern California. I was gonna go there next week. You're more than welcome to join.
You know, I think I'll take you up on that offer. You think we got them all? Those gremlins?
I hope so. I hope so.
You know what I just realized? It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Saltine.
And goodwill towards all men, women, and Gizmo.
Definitely.
Well, that's the story. So next time your air conditioning goes on the fritz, or your washing machine blows up, or your video recorder clonks out, before you call the repairman, turn on all the lights, check all the closets and cupboards, look under all the beds, 'cause you never can tell. There just might be a gremlin in your house.